Why Media Group? The fastest growing media group in North America.
So today we're launching the first provincial campaign for 911 call volume reduction. We're asking all of our Ontarians from north to south to use 911 in your most urgent needs when you're in a dire emergency, but to look to your municipalities to find out the numbers for non-urgent needs. So if you need help with waste pickup, or if you need help because there's a utility outage, there are numbers in your community that can help you. Do not use 911. We're going to try and keep that number free when you need it. And that is the message that we're providing today at the Region of Peel, but certainly is the message that we are trying to push across all of Ontario. Thank you.
Well, today's announcement on the education campaign across the province with partners from not only this region, but the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police, Fire and Paramedics, along with city councillors and along with CAOs from across the province is very important to alert the community that there are real reasons to call 911 in emergencies. And those calls are welcomed in the call center. We can take them and we can get to emergencies right away. However, when you have 40% of all calls, at least here in Peel Region, coming into our 911 center that are misused, then it causes delays for people who are in critical need of either fire, police, or paramedics. And remember, here in Peel Region, we answer calls for all three emergency services. So a delay at the front end on a call is a delay for everyone. So we really encourage everyone to research the numbers that you need to call in non-emergency situations, and when not needed, do not call 911. But as I tell everybody, if you are unsure, call 911.
Hi everyone, I'm Charmaine Williams, MPP for Brampton Centre and Minister for Women, Social and Economic Opportunities, and we are at the Region of Peel building here right now to announce the When Every Second Counts initiative. This is an important initiative that is going to help make sure that people know who to call and when to call when there is an emergency. In the province of Ontario, we contributed $4 million to the Peel Regional Police for the Next Gen 911 system program. That program is really great in ensuring that wait times decrease, but now we need to make sure that our system doesn't get clogged up with calls that are not emergency related, therefore making it take longer for you to get the supports you need. So make sure you look out for this program. It's important to learn and to educate each other and our families and our kids who to call and when to call when there is an emergency in the When Every Second Counts initiative. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Amandeep Sodhi. I'm the MP-elect for Brampton Centre. I'm here today with the When Every Second Counts, launching their campaign in their organization. I think it's very important that we understand and educate our people about the importance of when to dial 911. We want to leave those emergency services open for actual emergencies. It's very important that our police remain accessible to us, especially when needed the most. So I urge all of you to educate yourselves on when every second counts. Their email is wheneverysecondcounts.ca if you guys do have any questions or concerns. And further, I'm happy to chat if anything is needed as well. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being here for this important milestone. My name is Doug Nader-Osney. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for the town of Aurora and the past chair of the Emergency Services Steering Committee, or as we call ourselves, the ESCC. This is a working group of municipal CAOs and city managers that have been focused on ways to contain the escalating cost of the first responder service delivery in Ontario. ESCC members have identified that a major cost driver for municipalities in the provision of emergency services is the misuse of the 911 system. This misuse includes not only nuisance calls, but it also includes calls from residents seeking access to community services. In fact, our research indicates that 30% of Ontarians don't know what number to call other than 911 for answers to their questions about simple municipal services. Addressing this gap is crucial to both the fiscal responsibility of municipalities and the safety of the public. Today, after 3 years of work chaired by Nancy Polsinelli, Commissioner of Health Services for the region of Peel, we are proud to launch Ontario's first province-wide campaign on the proper use of 911. Nancy will provide more background on the campaign momentarily. I would like to take this moment to thank her on behalf of the ESCC and municipalities across Ontario for undertaking this very important work over the past 3 years. I would also like to thank my many municipal colleagues and leaders in Ontario's first responder communities for the vision they brought to this initiative. Many of them are here today and will be introduced more fully in a moment. This project has also received invaluable support from the Ministry of the Solicitor General, and in particular from Deputy Minister Mario Di Tommaso and Joy Stevenson, Assistant Deputy Minister of its Emergency Services Telecommunications Division. I'm delighted to see Joy is here with us today to mark this occasion. I'd now like to formally introduce Nancy Polsinelli, who will act as the MC for today's event. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug, for that introduction, and good morning to everyone. Welcome to 10 Peel Centre Drive. We're thrilled to host this launch. As Doug said, the first provincial-wide 911 public education campaign to reduce 911 misuse. And we have many special guests here today. Representing the Ontario government, we're going to hear from the Honourable Chermaine Williams, who is MPP of Brampton Centre and the Associate Minister of Women's Social and Economic Opportunity. We have Nando Yanika here today, the Chair of Peel Region. Hello, Nando. He's back there. He's somewhere. And our local mayors of Peel, and I see Patrick Brown, Mayor of Brampton here today, and I know that Mayor Carolyn Parrish from Mississauga and Annette Groves, Mayor of Caledon, should be here shortly. Let me also welcome today, and please give a wave when I say your name, and of course, if you're in the audience. We do have, and I'm going to repeat, Joy Stevenson, Assistant Deputy Minister in the Ministry of the Solicitor General. We have Joe Couto, the Director of Ontario Associations of Chiefs of Police. Welcome. Greg Sage, the Chief of Halton Region Paramedic Services and representing Ontario Association of Paramedic Chief. Brampton Fire Chief Nick Ruler. Rocco Volpe, Chief of Central York Fire Services, Deputy Chief Anthony O'Doherty, and Superintendent Mark Noble from Peel Region Police. The strong representation at this event speaks to an important reality, that municipalities and first responders are speaking with one voice on an issue that matters to all of us. Every second counts in an emergency. As our towns and cities continue to grow, so does the demand for emergency services. In moments of crisis, when health and safety are at risk, every second truly matters. And those are often the most frightening times in a person's life. And that's why we must ensure that help is available when and where it's needed. Ontarians count on us. But our research through the ESSC 911 Call Volume Reduction Working Group indicated that almost half of the calls to 911 are for non-urgent needs. And that includes pocket dials, it includes inappropriate malicious calls. And as Doug shared, but important to repeat, that over 30% of Ontarians don't know what number to call when they have municipal issues or when they require municipal services. And that can include questions about your garbage pickup or utility outages. That information is not getting out there. So this dynamic campaign that we're launching today across the province is using advertising in 19 languages, website, and social media. And it's sending two very important messages. One, 911 is for urgent, life-threatening calls. 911 is no joke. And two, there are other numbers to call if you have a non-urgent need or a question. So not only are we making every second count on a 911 call, we're showing the public that all their calls matter. They all matter, and they will get appropriate attention and appropriate response if they call the appropriate number. I know it will make a difference across Ontario, whether you're in the north, the south, urban, or rural. And that is why we appreciate the strong support of the province through this entire work that we've done. So on that note, I would like to call and invite Minister Williams to say a few words.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Honored guests, dignitaries, mayor, deputy chiefs, the fire, police, all of you here are so valuable to this whole ecosystem of support and response to many, many residents here in Peel, but across Ontario. As MPP for Brampton Centre and Associate Minister for Women's Social and Economic Opportunities, I'm really excited to be here today to launch the When Every Second Counts campaign. This initiative, led by Emergency Services Steering Committee, represents a vital step in ensuring that emergency resources are preserved for those who need it most. As a mom of 5, a resident of Brampton, I know how important it is to have quick response to emergency services. I remember an incident a number of years ago when there was a domestic violence situation happening behind my in-laws' house, and I called 911 and was on hold for 7 minutes. That was an excruciating 7 minutes. And so taking that experience back, I said, we have to do something. And I'm so proud of our government for investing $4 million in the next-gen 911 system here in Peel, and that has responded to a significant increase in calls being answered in seconds. And you know, this is all a part of our initiative to make sure that people need the supports when they need it most. Also, our province, under the leadership of Premier Ford, has announced a new ministry led by Minister Jill Dunlop, the Emergency Preparedness and Response Ministry. These are steps that we're taking in Ontario to ensure that we have resources to all services when you need it, so that you can serve the community to the best of your abilities. And we have some of the best, I say the top class emergency response systems, from our first responders all the way down to our counselors, you name it. We know how to take care of people here in our province and in Peel. This effort not only helps to reduce the strain on emergency responders, but also promotes greater community preparedness. Imagine the difference it can make when our children and seniors know exactly when to call 911, when to seek other resources. As one of the fastest growing regions in the province, Brampton and Peel continues to see an increase in emergency services. So I know this campaign here and around the province will play a crucial role in educating our residents about responsible use of 911. And in doing so, help us maintain rapid response times for true emergencies. And as the Minister for Women, when women need the support, when they are trying to flee an abusive situation, they need to know that when they call 911, someone is there for them. And I know we are making that impact. Through our Violence Against Women Response Unit here in Peel, and through our initiatives coupling a social worker with a police officer in this unit, these are the initiatives that are helping increase the confidence in our residents, especially in women, when they are experiencing violence. So I commend the ESSC for your unwavering dedication to keeping Ontarians informed, prepared, and safe. And so thank you so much for having me here today, and thank you for your commitment, and we match your commitment with the support from the province to keep people safe and healthy and ultimately happy here in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Now I'd like to call on our municipal representatives. While all municipalities across the province are part of this campaign, we're pleased to have Mayor Patrick Brown here with us today. So I'm going to call Mayor Patrick Brown over to say a few words. And while he's walking over, I just wanted to acknowledge the regional councillors that are here with us today as well. Thank you very much for your support.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Nancy, for all your hard work on this. Great to see our new MP, Amity Sodi here, of course, Councillors Christine Early, Mary Russo, and Dennis Keenan, and Charmaine Williams, who continues to do great work advocating for our region at the province. Really excited to see this campaign. It's been something that has tested us in Peel Region. I'm sure it's tested every emergency service, but we're busy in Peel. If you have ever had a chance to visit our 911 Operations Center like I have, you'll be shocked by how busy it is. When they say every second counts, there's probably no better example of that than right here. And sometimes there's 3 calls, 4 calls at the same time, all critical issues. And so if there's misuse calls, it takes those desperate that desperate time to respond away. And so I look at our Deputy Chief Arduari, who's been a leader in Canada on changing 911. I know at one point we had 40% of our calls that were misuse calls. And you see on the screen, they talk about people calling about their pizza. That's happened more often than we like to know. But here are other examples. I think we had calls, people complaining about a cricket game being noisy. That's not the right reason to call 911. Don't take police away or first responders away from a critical response. And that's why I wholeheartedly support this campaign. I want to make sure that we don't lose seconds. We don't lose precious time in responding to emergencies in our community. And I know we've made tremendous progress. I think it's almost, now it's down to 10 seconds, which is incredible, but we can do better. And for a region that is tested like we are, we need to do better. And so excited that this campaign will amplify the great efforts already of the Peel Police, and it's great to have the province supporting this initiative. So as Mayor of Brampton and as a regional councillor, I wanted to come and just applaud this partnership and collaboration with other municipalities, the province of Ontario, and look forward to seeing that mark continue to fall in one of the busiest regions in the country. And to all our first responders who are here today, thank you. Thank you for running towards danger when everyone else runs away. Thank you for being heroes in our community, and know that you live in a region, a province, and a country where we love our first responders and have a debt of gratitude. And the last thing we want to see is your job being more difficult than it already is. And so if initiatives like this can help, then they're initiatives we should wholeheartedly be behind. And I see we've got more councillors coming in, so I missed a few from Moulton, from Mississauga. Councillor Reid just walked in the back, and so we're all here from every municipality, wholeheartedly excited to support this campaign. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Brown, and welcome, MP. So thank you for your words and really for your ongoing commitment to 911 and reducing calls and ensuring that people are getting the help they need when they need it. So we're excited to roll out this important campaign here in Peel Region and work together across the province in promoting awareness. I want to thank all of you for joining us today, because we appreciate your support and we need your support in spreading the word about the correct use of 911 and helping residents connect to the right resources that they need in a non-emergency. And that depends on where they live. So this concludes our launch event. Absolutely, would you like to say a few words, MP? Wonderful.
Short people problems.
But good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing very well this morning. Thank you for that warm welcome. My name is Amandeep Sodhi, and I'm honored to be the MP-elect for Brampton Centre. It's a privilege to be here this morning on behalf of our community and to stand alongside the Emergency Services Steering Committee for the launch of When Every Second Counts. I do want to begin by thanking all of you for your presence and for your support of this critical initiative. It's very important that we're here today. All of your guys' commitment to public safety is what drives and fosters real change. And the federal government, we recognize the challenges our emergency services face, especially in rapidly growing communities like here in Brampton. That's why we remain committed to working in a close relationship with the provinces and the municipalities to ensure that sustainable police funding is there. It's constantly growing to improve public safety tools and stronger public education initiatives like this one here. I believe that together we can reduce the strain on our 911 system, and we can make sure that help is always there, especially when every second counts. Thank you again for having me here today. It's an honor and it's a privilege, and thank you all for the incredible work that you do to keep our community safe.